Laura Loomer has been out swinging all week against MAGA representatives and MAGA stars, and she is not letting up. And this is all happening because she sued Bill Maher for defamation. It is so ironic. Is it ironic or is it hypocritical? Probably both. That she is suing Bill Maher for defamation when that's literally that's the air she breathes is defaming people. She has called Governor Pritzker, basically said before that, he likes to watch little girls go into the bathroom. She said many bad things about people that without any basis to back it up. But that's who she is. And she's now going after Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's going after Lindsey Graham. And what she said about Lindsey Graham is very interesting, but maybe not surprising. Laura Loomer earlier this week was asked about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it set off a firestorm between the two of them. I'm going to bring you into some of it because the MAGA civil war, I believe, is happening for a reason. I'll tell you why after I read you these tweets. Now, someone asked Laura Loomer, I have to say, this was awesome in truth. I never trusted Marjorie Taylor Greene, but when she started with her crazy lies about Trump, well, she proved exactly what I thought about her. What has Marjorie Taylor Greene done? Nothing. But run her mouth and do same shit rhinos and Democrats do. It's crazy that the Republican base thinks that Marjorie Taylor Space Laser Greene is a rhino. Laura Loomer quickly jumped in and said she hasn't done anything. She's the most ineffective member of Congress, a loudmouth bitch. Wow. Who turned down Trump and ruined her marriage when she got to Congress because she couldn't keep her mouth or her legs closed. How does it feel to eat Arby's every day, she says to Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. This is the person suing someone else for defamation because Bill Maher alleged that Laura Loomer was perhaps sleeping with Trump. We did report on that, and we're not sure, but it certainly seemed to be like it. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene went off here, and I'm not reading any of this, but I guess I'll read a little. She routinely lies about me. She constantly lied about Matt Gaetz. She lies about those of us who are hardcore, unapologetically America first. As a matter of fact, 95% of her slanderous attacks are against Republicans. Why does she do that? Because she's not MAGA, she's MIGA. MIGA. Many people are asking who or what government or what intelligence agency was bankrolled the twice failed congressional candidate Laura Loomer all these years. And then she alleges that Israel is behind Laura Loomer. Israel. Okay. And then Laura Loomer blocked Marjorie Taylor Greene. So as you can see, there's a lot of drama here. And then Laura Loomer said about Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know about you, I'm eating this up. Delicious. Nom. She goes, Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't a Christian. How dare you call yourself a Christian when you're wearing a cross while getting bent over backwards inside the gym by every man who isn't your husband? What the hell? She's on her knees, all right, and it's not for praying. She never wants to talk about this. Why? And then it's a Daily Mail article here that says, exclusive, embattled QAnon Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene openly cheated on her husband of 25 years with a polyamorous tantric sex guru and then moved on to another affair with a manager at her gym. I'm at a loss for words. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene said, Laura Loomer viciously attacks and lies about those of us who are President Trump's most loyal, original MAGA supporter. She has no long-time relationships because she psychotically turns on everyone. Do we all know someone like that? I know someone like that. Laura Loomer is the most unstable person and worst liability to ever walk in the Oval Office. Now, Laura Loomer went through a deposition later that week, and they actually brought up this tweet that I told you about Arby's. Here's the script from the write-out. But I understand why you blurred it out. It's blurred out. That's Laura Loomer. Can you explain, Mr. Clayman? Objection, relevancy. That's her lawyer. By Miss Bulger. This is the lawyer representing Bill Maher. Can you explain to me what it means to say that Arby's is in her pants? Well, Arby's, says Laura. And then her lawyer says objection, relevancy. Miss Bulger, Bill Maher's lawyer, says answer the question. Laura Loomer, Arby's sells roast beef. Lawyer, right. Can you tell me why were you talking about the Arby's in her pants? Laura Loomer, well, it's just, it's an expression. Lawyer, what is the expression trying to convey? Laura Loomer, it conveys the reason why she got divorced by her own admission. Lawyer, because she had roast beef in her pants. Laura Loomer, yeah. Lawyer, she put roast beef in her pants. That's what you're trying to say there.
Okay.
Incredible. She's suing someone else for defamation. Now, this is what happened later on. No one asked her for this response, but she said it anyway. Josiah, fellow YouTuber, says nobody, absolutely nobody. Laura Loomer after 30 seconds of silence. This is Bill Maher's lawyer. Can we mark this as exhibit whatever we're at? Reporter 31. Lawyer 31, please. Exhibit 31. Exhibit 31 was marked for identification. And then Laura Loomer, out of nowhere, several of President Trump's staff had told me in confidence that Lindsey Graham is gay. And then Bill Maher's lawyer was like, hold on, Miss Loomer, there's no question. She just randomly threw that out there. And then Laura Loomer tweeted, I was asked about Lindsey during my deposition, so I had to tell the truth. I was under oath. Now, obviously, we know that's not true. She literally did not ask anything at all. She was not asking anything at all. She just randomly put that out there. But it is something. It's a rumor that we've all heard before. And it wouldn't be surprising that decades-long bachelor Lindsey Graham is hiding a secret like that. I think it's incredibly ironic. I keep saying that, but hypocritical that Lindsey Graham lives this closeted life, allegedly, but then outwardly does everything he can to limit the rights of people who apparently he's one of. It's absolutely absurd. Now, Laura Loomer is putting herself in a lot of trouble for doing this. And the lawyers representing Bill Maher are pissed off. Here's a reporter saying, more bad news for Laura Loomer in her HBO lawsuit after angering the judge by making the Arby's deposition public. HBO's lawyers are now pointing out that her tweets are about the deposition following my article may also violate court rules and want to complain to the judge. And this is the lawyers for Bill Maher saying, the claims that Plaintiff makes in her tweets are not only false and misleading, but fly in the face of the court's unambiguous order that deposition material should be used only for purposes of litigation. Plaintiff has continued her pattern of seeking to use discovery as a vehicle for increasing her own fame and profits. So I will say this too. Those of you who made it to the end, you'll let me know that you've heard this. I've also heard this rumor about someone else in Donald Trump's cabinet staff, one of the two. And that is PB German. Yes, Steve Miller. I've heard that Stephen Miller may be a friend of Dorothy. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that from reporters. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like in the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time.